Shalom. We are almost at the end of the book of Genesis, and the incredible saga of Joseph and his brothers comes to a dramatic conclusion. This week, Judah steps forward to eloquently speak out on behalf of Benjamin, who's about to be imprisoned forever by Joseph in Egypt. Judah gives an impassioned speech on why their brother Benjamin should not be taken into slavery, and how such an action will kill their father Jacob, nafsho kishura benafsho, beautiful words, whose soul is bound with Benjamin's soul. Joseph, upon hearing the speech, can no longer hide his identity from his brothers. He asks all his attendants to leave, reveals who he is to them for the first time. The brothers embrace and weep. Joseph asks about his father Jacob, describes how there will be 5 more years of famine, and invites his family to come and live with him in Egypt. The brothers return to tell their father Jacob that his beloved son Joseph, thought long dead, is still alive. Jacob says, "My son Joseph is alive. I must go see him before I die." Joseph comes to his father. And again, it's so touching. The Torah says Joseph falls and weeps on his dad's neck. And his father says to Joseph, "Amuta hapa'am, now let me die. Acharei reoti et panecha, since I have seen your face, ki od chachai, that you're alive." I mean, do yourself a favor. I can't do it justice. Get a translation and read the entire story for yourself. I get choked up each time I read it. A parent reuniting with a child thought long since dead. And this narrative, more than any other story in the Torah, is rich and complete. There are full dialogues, powerful emotions, as you can see on display, wonderful interplay between the characters. And that's what prompts a rabbi of the last century, a Rabbi Mordechai Cohen of Israel, to ask, you read the story, you read it carefully. You never find Jacob ever asking Joseph how he got to Egypt, or Joseph ever telling his father what led to him being in Egypt. I mean, you could say that it happened off screen, if you will, but for a narrative that is so complete, Rabbi Mordechai says, that's odd. You would want to hear that conversation as a reader. Joseph, you can just imagine, Joseph, how are you alive? How did you get to Egypt? Dad, let me tell you what my brothers did on that fateful day when you sent me out. But that conversation is never told. Why not? Rabbi Mordechai says the Torah is giving us a great teaching. You don't pick at the scabs of the past. I think Jacob was not an idiot, and he knew that the intense hatred of his sons for his other son Joseph had a hand in it. And I bet you Joseph was chomping at the bit to tell Dad how he really got to Egypt. But Jacob and Joseph saw the big picture. Joseph is now second in command to the king of Egypt. Jacob has his beloved son back. What difference does it make what happened in the past? Why reopen old wounds? They're together again. The brothers are a family again. And that's all that should matter. My friends, these next few weeks, many of us are finally getting some well-earned downtime. Maybe to travel to be with family. And we all know what that potentially means. We all remember past trips and past experiences. Let us take a deep breath. Let us smile. And let us learn to be like Joseph and Jacob and embrace the big picture. When we're together with our families, with our friends, let's remember we will sadly lose that one day. Jacob and Joseph did. Miraculously, they are reunited, and they were not going to forget that. Let us cherish the moments we are with each other and not open old wounds. Let us learn to live forward, not backward, and celebrate the fact that we are together. This is my last Torah video for 2018. Thank you for the overwhelming positive comments and warm emails. Watch for a special Christmas video message in the next couple of weeks. This is a beautiful time for our dear friends of the Christian faith, and I want to offer our blessings to them on behalf of their Jewish neighbors. Shabbat Shalom.